Landscape of the Soul by Natalie Trouvroy. Introduction to the lesson written by Natalie Trouvroy. The chapter is about how different the Chinese art form is from the European art form. The writer uses two stories to make a contrast. European art is about reproducing an actual view, whereas Chinese art is about not creating a real landscape. European art is an artist's way to let viewers show exactly what he wants them to see in the landscape. Chinese art is the artist's spiritual and inner voice where you can travel from any point, and it lets the viewer creates a path for their imagination. Landscape of the Soul. Summary. In this chapter, the writer contrasts two forms of art, Chinese art and European art, by using two different stories. In China during the 8th century, the Tang Emperor Xuanzong commissioned a painter Wu Daozi to decorate a wall in the palace. Upon seeing the wall painting, the emperor started noticing the outer appearance of the painting, but the painter drew his attention to a cave at the foot of the mountain. The painter told the emperor that he would take him inside. The painter entered the cave, and the entrance closed behind him. As soon as the painter clapped his hand, the painting on the wall was gone, and so was the painter. In another story, a painter wouldn't draw an eye of a dragon, as he feared that the dragon would fly out of the painting. In another story, to represent a European art form, a master blacksmith falls in love with a painter's daughter. The father didn't approve of him because of his profession. The blacksmith sneaked into his painting studio and painted a fly on the painter's latest panel. The fly seemed so real that the painter tried to hit it first before realizing it was in the painting. The painter accepted him as a trainee in his studio. The blacksmith married the painter's daughter and later became one of the famous painters of his time. These stories revealed as to how art form is believed to be followed in two different regions in the world. In Europe, an artist wants the viewer to see a real viewpoint by borrowing his eyes. The art must be perfect and must be illusion likeness, whereas, in China, the artist doesn't paint a real one, but uses his inner and spiritual voice to create an abstract piece. The viewer can enter the painting from any point and can travel according to his own imagination. The artist wants the viewer to enter his mind and create a path of its own. This concept is called shanshui, which means mountain water. When they are used together, they make the word landscape. Don't leave without giving a like to this video. And please subscribe to my channel to support my work. As always, thanks for watching. Bye bye.